Today we're going to explore the signs, the behaviors, the phrases, things he does when your man is falling in love with you. When he thinks to himself, wow, you are his partner. You are the one that he wants to be with. What does he do? How does the behaviors begin to change? Super fun to look at this because when you're seeing these types of things, you know that you're on the right track. Way easier to open your heart, way easier to let yourself lean in, way easier to know, hey, look, I want to invest in this connection because he's meeting me on the level of someone who could ultimately go the distance. So what are some of these things that you're going to see? The first thing is you're going to see that he tries to expand time with you. The guy who's falling in love with you can't get enough of you. Like, he wants to hang out. You are the couple who is shutting down the coffee shop. Everybody else has left and gone home, and the chairs are literally on the tables, and you look around, you're like, wow, I think it might be time to go. You lose track of time. You're so absorbed with each other. You're on the phone, staying up late, talking, and you're like, wow, 2.5 hours went by. Or he's trying to get these little pockets of moments with you because he just craves being with you. He doesn't want to wait till the weekend. And so he's calling you up and saying, hey, do you have any time for us to hang out? Or when are you going to have that meeting? And maybe you've got a 30-minute window for lunch between what you're doing and a work meeting. And so he's like, hey, meet me over here. And he drives across town to meet with you just for those 30 minutes because those 30 minutes with you are precious. The guy who's falling in love with you is the guy who's trying to expand time with you. The second sign he's falling in love with you is this man wants to see the real you. Like, you've gone on dates together, you've gone on the glitz and the glam of going out to the restaurants or going out to the clubs, but what he's really interested in is just the unplugged version of you. Like, what can you guys do where you're not doing anything? And he's the guy who wants to see, he loves seeing you without any makeup. He loves seeing you in the sweats. He loves seeing you in just like the real raw version of you. Why? Because this guy who's falling in love with you wants the whole you. He wants the version of you that can get all dressed up and go out and look great and have a good time. But he knows that if he's in a relationship with you, he wants to see every corner, every aspect of you. And in fact, when you're not at your best, like you're sick, he wants to bring you a bowl of soup. He wants to come and hang out. And it doesn't matter that you don't have any makeup on and you're laying on your couch and your sweats and you're looking gross and your hair is greasy. Like, he sees that and he loves that. And part of what he loves is he's like, wow, I'm getting to see her in a way that nobody else gets to see her, or very few other people get to see her. She's letting me into her circle. Those levels of allowing someone to kind of move closer and closer to your heart, closer and closer to connection, matter to him because he cares about you. Number 3, the guy who is falling in love with you will make grand gestures. Like, he'll put these big efforts together. Why? Because he's trying to show something that reflects how he feels, a grand gesture for a grand emotion that he's experiencing. And so he might plan a big date where it's all these scavenger hunt and you guys are going to go here and then go there and then go there. And he tries to woo you with this amazing experience. Or he might try to get tickets to your favorite band and invest a lot in order to give you that experience. Or I was asking my wife this question of, how did you know, honey, that I really loved you? And she was like, oh, easy. And I said, what was it? And she goes, when you flew down to Los Angeles for Valentine's Day to surprise me. And I said, tell me more. And she goes, when you did that, she was like, I knew it took such a huge effort for you to do that. You don't do that with someone that you're just casual with. And I was like, you're absolutely right. It was Valentine's Day. And I told my wife, it's like, look, I've got meetings all day. So I probably won't be able to connect with you via phone until tonight, but let's do a virtual date because I'm in Oregon. She's in LA. And we're going to do a virtual date. We'll watch a movie together and eat some popcorn or whatnot. So I told her, dress up as if I'm taking you out for real, get in a nice dress, do your hair, the whole thing. I'll do the same thing. And then we'll plan on like 7 o'clock for this movie. What she didn't know was that the reason I couldn't talk to her was I was getting on a plane. And I flew down to Southern California, rented a car, drove to her house. And about 15 minutes before our date, I rang her doorbell and her dad comes to the door. They knew what I was doing, and I had whole reservations at this great restaurant. And the question was whether or not she was actually going to take me seriously and get all dressed up and do her hair, because if she was going to fake it, because back then we didn't have Zoom, like you couldn't do face to face. It was all over the phone. And so if she was going to fake it, though, it would have totally backfired. And so I'm praying, I'm like, please let her be fully dressed because we're about to go out. I come to the door. Her dad lets me in the house. I go to the back of the house and there's her room. And her dad goes, Irene, somebody's here for you. And she's logging into her computer to like get the movie loaded up. And she looks up and she sees me and she just bursts into tears. And she was there all dressed up in her dress, her hair all done, and she stood up and she hugged me, and because we hadn't seen each other in like 6 weeks. And so we were able to spend Valentine's Day together, and I took her to this beautiful restaurant. What fueled that? It wasn't because I was casually interested in her. I was falling in love with this girl. Like I was highly invested. So a man making a grand gesture, know that that's a representation of the grand feelings, how much he's invested in this relationship with you. The fourth sign that he's falling in love with you is acts of service. When he's trying to anticipate what you need and then serve you in that way. So maybe you've got a presentation coming up and he's like, hey, like I'll come over tonight and you can practice with me and I'll give you feedback so you can feel even more confident in your presentation. Or maybe you're really stressed out with work and he's like, hey, I'll come over and I'll cook for you so you don't have to worry about food. Or one of the biggest acts of service that demonstrates love. This one is the granddaddy of them all. And this one is when you're both lying in bed and you're snuggling, you're about to go to sleep and both of you are super comfortable and you've got the perfect place in your pillow. And then you tell him, honey, I don't know if anyone checked the front door. It might be open. Would you be willing to go? And he gets out of bed in his undies. Yes, I said undies. And he heads to that front door and he checks it, makes sure it's locked. And then he comes back. Huge demonstration of love, right? The fifth sign that he's falling in love with you is encouragement and celebration. In other words, he wants you to win. He wants you to succeed. And so he's encouraging you. He's celebrating you. He's sharing with you how talented he thinks you are, how amazing you are. When you're going to go do something, set out, maybe it's a business presentation, or maybe you're going to go sing because you're a singer and you're going to do your first singing gig at this little nightclub. And he's like, oh my gosh, you got this. Your voice is so amazing. Like he wants to see you fly. He wants to see you soar because his heart is connected to yours. And as you're expanding and soaring, he feels really good. That's what love is. Love isn't wanting someone to stay small and protect him and say, no, you're mine. Love is wanting someone to fly and to soar and to live their life fully in all the ways and expressions that they would love. And so when you see him encouraging you, celebrating you, championing you, that's a great demonstration of love. Number 6, and I've talked about this one a lot because this was definitely a gap in my journey. And this one is planning the future. In other words, when you're falling in love with somebody, you want them in your universe. And so what happens is his love for you begins to activate all the dormant dreams that he had. When he was single, he would dream up, what would I love to do with a woman that I'm in love with, right? The vacations he wants to experience, the hikes he wants to go on, the adventures that he wants. And so because you're now in his life, he starts dreaming these things up again. It brings those to life. And so he starts making plans. Hey, we should go on this adventure. Hey, we should take this vacation. Hey, we should go see this concert. We should do this hike, whatever it is, because you are now the person who he envisioned when he was dreaming up what an amazing relationship would look like for him, all the things that he wanted to experience. There are moments in a relationship, if he's not planning the future, he's not that invested. He wants to keep his options open. If he's not saying, hey, a month from now, 3 months from now, what's going on for us? And it can shift deep into the relationship if you feel him pull back. That can be a shift. That's what happened for me. I got cold feet with my wife, Irene. We were dating and we started to get close to, it's now been 2.5 years. I'm either going to propose or we're going to break up. And I got really scared because of all kinds of paradigms that I had, hidden belief systems rose to the surface that I had to deal with and reconcile and heal before I felt fully congruent moving forward. But she noticed that in my lack of planning. So when a guy is planning out in the future, know this, it means you are representing someone really important to him that he wants to share his life with. Number 7, When your man's falling in love with you, he will absolutely want to introduce you to the people who matter the most to him. The one caveat to this is if he's trying to distance himself from an old group because he's growing and he doesn't want to go down the road that that old group of friends went with, he won't introduce you to those old friends. But make no mistake, the people who matter most to him in his life, he wants you all to know each other. So if you matter to him, he wants you to meet his family, his most important friends, the people that really matter to him, because he wants the two of you to bond. I can remember in my life, it was my 30th birthday. I'd been dating my wife for 6 months, and I invited her up to Oregon. First time we were going to spend the weekend together for my 30th birthday. We rented this log cabin, and all my best friends from grade school, junior high, high school were coming to this particular event. And it was a big deal. And she was nervous because she was like, I'm not just going to, it's the first time I'm spending the weekend with you, but I'm also going to meet all your friends. But one thing I love about Irene, my wife, is that she has guts, man. She's got inner strength. She's got courage, and she showed up. And she just was loving and kind and open and created a great bond during that weekend. And when that weekend was over, one of my good friends, her name is Pam, she looked at me and she goes, "Oh, Boggs, you are in trouble. This is going to be your wife. I can already see it now." We were only 6 months into dating, but I was like, okay, well, that's why I wanted you guys to meet her. So your man will absolutely introduce you to the most important people in his life. Number 8, you'll notice that your man's going to start to say protective things when he's falling in love with you because he cares about you. He might ask, "Hey, so who are you going to go to this thing with?" in interest of making sure that not it's somebody else, but just that you're going to be safe, that you're going to be taken care of. He'll say, "Hey, text me when you get home. You're driving home late. I just want to make sure that you're home late." Those types of things that there might be a part of you that feels like, wow, he's infringing on my independence, or he's kind of, overstepping in this moment. You want to put a filter on and say, oh, is this coming from his just protective instinct? It's not a control thing. It's just a protective thing because he cares about me. And then you can reframe those moments from like resistance to welcoming and embracing that loving energy. Now, of course, if it oversteps his bounds and he gets into controlling, you don't want that. You're going to cast that aside. You're going to draw a line and have a good communication with him about what feels good at this stage in the relationship. But that protective energy is often coming from a place of love because he cares about you. Number 9 is emotional vulnerability. In other words, you're not just someone he's dating. You're now becoming his best friend. He's falling in love with you. You're that like the person who is his best friend, his lover, the partner he wants in life. And so with that, he's now willing to be more open with you. He's willing to share with you his deeper dreams, some of the concerns that he has, the moments when things are going well and things are a bit wobbly. And if you can hold space with him and stay solid state and grounded in those moments, it's a beautiful thing that will take the love to an even deeper level. Number 10, he defends and supports you. In other words, your well-being is of his highest concern. And so if you're having an argument with somebody, might be a boss or a friend, he's on your side. He just naturally gravitates to seeing the world how you see it. He's on your side. He's supporting you. Even if he's trying to offer perspective, it's coming from a place of wanting to help you reconcile that energy. If someone's critical, he's quick to defend you and have your back. He's on your side. That unified team energy is what you're looking for. And so those are 10 beautiful signs that your man is falling in love with you. Now, my question for you is this. If you are still single, you're wanting to call in your man, what are the top 5 qualities that you're looking for in that man? These are your top 5 must-haves where you're saying, I know you want probably 200 qualities. But out of those, what are the top 5 most important? I'm going to love checking this out. Go ahead and post that in the comment section below. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.